Hello and a big welcome back to the Wheel Order channel. So today we're up in the vegetable garden picking some strawberries for our rhubarb and almond tart that we're going to be making today. This tart is so easy to make, it's really simple. You can use the pre-rolled pastry to make it really quick like I have done in this recipe, or you can make your own puff pastry if you want to as well. Really nice to slice up and take on a picnic or just to enjoy at home. So we're going to be using some strawberries from the garden and trying to pick the ones that are mostly completely red. Some of them are still a little bit green, obviously, as you can see in this video here. But we do have quite a lot ready, and something's been pecking at them too, so I must get them covered up. Now I did promise you that I would show you my geese in this video, and they are absolutely massive now. Mary's just popped in there because she thought I was taking a picture of the geese, so she ran in with a big smile. So let's get on with this lovely recipe, our rhubarb and almond tart. You're going to need all these ingredients here. We're going to start by stewing our rhubarb a little bit in our syrup. So we're going to add our castor sugar, our 200 grams castor sugar, and our rhubarb. So make sure you wash your rhubarb really well so you can kind of see how I've sliced it up here. So you want it quite chunky. We're then going to add in our water, so approximately 250 mils of water. And we're just going to add in our vanilla there as well. So we're just going to simmer this down for about 5 minutes. You don't want it like really mushy. You still want the rhubarb pieces to be holding their shape, so don't go cooking it for too long. If you have cooked it for too long, don't worry though. You can still use it on top of your tart. It's not completely wasted or anything. So we're just going to simmer that way until the sugar is all dissolved. And that's just approximately 5 minutes or so simmering on the hob. So I'm using a pre-rolled puff pastry here. You can make your own if you want to, but just to save time, I'm just using a pre-rolled puff pastry. So we're going to roll it out there and pop it onto a grease, or you can use greaseproof paper if you want to as well on your tin. I'm just going to flip it around and pull the paper off as well. So just trim off any extra that you don't need as well, and either throw it away or keep it to make something like a small pastry in the oven or something, whatever you want to do with it. You could even pop it in your freezer as well. Probably a good idea to like keep all the little trimmed off pieces in a freezer bag. That's probably something I should do actually, because I think I ended up wasting this. I must apologise as well. I've lost my voice a little bit. I'm not ill or anything. I've just got a bit of a dry throat at the moment. So we're just going to fold the edges around a little bit just to give the tart a bit of an edge so that we can put the filling inside. And I've lost my pastry brush again, but I'm just brushing on some milk around the edge of the tart there. So whole milk, whatever you've got available will do. You can also brush a little bit of egg on there if you want to as well, and sprinkle a wee bit of sugar as well before you pop it in the oven. That's up to you. I didn't do that this time. It's just something that you can do in the future. So we're going to add our ground almonds, our butter and our egg into another bowl there, and another little bit of vanilla and a pinch of salt as well. And we're just going to mix this through, and this is just going to give us a base to put the rhubarb onto. So as you can see, this recipe is so simple, but it's really nice to enjoy in the spring or summer months. So make sure your butter is nice and soft, and we're just going to mix that all the way through until it is nice and smooth, and then we're just going to spread that over the top of the pastry there, just so that it's nice and even over the top of the tart. So just make sure you spread out to about ½ centimetre or so from the edge of the pastry shape. It's just because it spreads a little bit in the oven. So we're just going to add all of our rhubarb on top of that. So as you can see, the rhubarb is not like completely cooked down, it's still holding its shape. But as I said, if you've gone too far with it and it is mushy, just put it on anyway, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it too much. And then we're going to add on our sliced strawberries, so just pop them evenly across the tart there. After our strawberries, we're going to sprinkle on some almonds. Now, I didn't put this on the top, but you could sprinkle on a little bit more caster sugar if you wanted to as well. You can also brush the edges with egg yolk, whisked egg yolk if you want to also, and sprinkle a little bit of sugar in there too. So we're ready for the oven, so we're going to bake it for 10 minutes at 180. We're then going to turn the temperature down to 160 and bake for a further 20 minutes. And you should have something that looks like this when it's ready. You can serve it with ice cream or whipped cream. It's so easy to make and it's super delicious. So I hope you enjoyed making this recipe. Please feel free to share a photo over on Instagram if you want to, or just pop over and follow me on Instagram and say hello as well. I've also got my free Scottish cookbook available on my website if you want to pick up a copy of that, and a few other cookbooks there as well if you enjoy Scottish cooking. And I hope to see you all again soon. So lots of love. Take care. Bye bye.